The landscape of artificial intelligence and national security witnessed a dramatic shift on February 27, 2026, as OpenAI secured a pivotal agreement with the Pentagon, now operating under the Trump administration's renamed Department of War, or DOW. This deal came mere hours after rival AI firm Anthropic was controversially blacklisted by President Donald Trump, creating a stark contrast in the tech industry's engagement with the U.S. military. The core of the dispute with Anthropic stemmed from the company's steadfast refusal to grant the Pentagon unconditional military use of its advanced Claude AI models. Anthropic had established strict red lines, insisting that its technology should not be employed for domestic mass surveillance of American citizens or for the development of fully autonomous weapons systems without human oversight. In response to Anthropic's ethical stance, President Trump publicly condemned the company on his Truth Social platform, referring to its leadership as left-wing nut jobs, and accusing them of attempting to strong-arm the Department of War. He explicitly directed all federal agencies to immediately cease using Anthropic's technology. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth further escalated the situation, labeling Anthropic a threat to national security, and critically designating it a supply chain risk. This designation effectively prevents any contractor, supplier, or partner working with the U.S. military from conducting commercial activity with Anthropic. Prior to this blacklisting, Anthropic had been a significant partner for the Pentagon. It was the first AI laboratory to deploy its models on the Department of War's classified network, operating under a substantial $200 million contract signed in July 2025. Reports indicated that Anthropic's Claude AI was extensively utilized in sensitive military planning and operations, including as part of the Pentagon's Maven Smart System, for an operation in January to capture Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. Despite the immediate order to cease use, the Pentagon was reportedly granted a 6-month grace period to phase out Claude, highlighting how deeply embedded the technology had become within military platforms. Hours after Anthropic's blacklisting, OpenAI CEO Sam Altman announced that his company had reached an agreement with the Pentagon to deploy its AI models within the defense agency's classified networks. Altman emphasized that this deal incorporates similar technical safeguards and adheres to the same core safety principles that Anthropic had advocated: prohibitions on domestic mass surveillance and the requirement for human responsibility in the use of force, including for autonomous weapons systems. He noted that the Department of War displayed a deep respect for safety and a desire for partnership. OpenAI also committed to deploying specialized technical professionals, known as Field Deployment Engineers, or FDEs, to ensure the safety and proper functioning of their models, with deployment exclusively on cloud networks. This swift development underscores a broader AI-first strategy aggressively pursued by the Trump administration's Department of War. This strategy, detailed in memoranda issued on January 9, 2026, and a speech by Secretary Hegseth on January 12, 2026, aims for America's military AI dominance through rapid AI deployment, the removal of bureaucratic obstacles, and strategic investment in commercial AI models. The administration has also stressed preventing woke AI, mandating that systems procured for federal contracts must be objective and free from top-down ideological bias. The sudden shift created a stark competitive dynamic, with OpenAI seizing the opportunity that emerged from its rival's downfall. Anthropic, however, is not yielding without a fight, having vowed to challenge its blacklisting in court, asserting that such government mandates would not alter its ethical stance on AI use for mass surveillance or fully autonomous weapons. This clash highlights the escalating tensions between Silicon Valley's tech giants and the U.S. government over the ethical boundaries and strategic deployment of advanced artificial intelligence, shaping both national security and the future of AI development itself.